First of all, is everybody here? All right. Thank you for coming today. My name is Jeff Connor. I'm the sheriff of Madison County, and we've got information on a homicide that we were called to on January 1st. Captain Brian Caberna was the commander of the Major K Squad, and what I would like to just say is that I express my gratitude to the Major K Squad, and this is just a small portion of the men and women that responded on New Year's Day to solve this crime. And they worked. When you hear that you worked around the clock, it can be cliche, but this is literally, they worked all night the next day. Sorry, Channel 2. They continued to work tirelessly with the main goal of solving this crime. And I just express my gratitude to each of them and the Major K Squad. Without the Major K Squad, it wouldn't have been solved as soon as it was. So I'm going to turn it over now to Captain Brian Caberna, and he will give you the details.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good afternoon. I'm Captain Brian Caberna with Madison County Sheriff's Office. I was the deputy commander assigned to this particular activation, and I want to reiterate the sheriff's statement of the dedication of the men and women of the Major K Squad in order to bring a quick resolution to this particular case. Without their tireless efforts, this would not have happened. So also would like to send a gratitude to the Collinsville Police Department, the Illinois State Police, Madison County Sheriff's Office deputies who first responded to this scene and tried to render life-saving support to the victim, who subsequently succumbed to his injuries at a St. Louis area hospital. The Illinois State Police Crime Scene Unit, the Madison County State's Attorney's Office, Tom Hain, and his Assistant State's Attorney, Ryan Kemper, were actively engaged in this case. Upon any contact and involvement, they were very much a part of it. I'd like to show my appreciation to them. The facts of the case that are going to be discussed will be as such. On Sunday, New Year's Day, January 1st, 2023, at approximately 2:08 p.m., the Madison County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call from an individual in the 3300 block of Princeton Avenue. This is the unincorporated area of State Park Place in Collinsville, Illinois. They indicated that there were shots fired in the area. And at that time, deputies from the Madison County Sheriff's Office, Illinois State Police troopers, and Collinsville Police Department responded to that particular scene. Upon arrival, they discovered that there was an individual that had been struck in a truck or vehicle in the roadway outside of that 3300 block area. They attempted to render aid and transported him to a St. Louis area hospital, which he later succumbed to those injuries. He was identified as Miguel Villegas de Santiago. He is 18 years of age, out of the Collinsville area, and he was at that particular residence waiting for his girlfriend to come out of the residence in a nearby residence. The individuals involved, they are charged, and they are going to be Albert Campos and Mateus Herrera. Mr. Campos is 18 years of age, Hispanic male, out of the Collinsville area, and Mr. Herrera is 26 years of age, also out of the Collinsville area. The investigation revealed that Herrera drove Campos to the area of 3300 block of Princeton Avenue. Campos exited the vehicle, and upon that time, he approached a nearby residence where he discharged a firearm into the area of the residence and also associated vehicles. Mr. Campos then went over to the area where this vehicle was and discharged his firearm into that vehicle, striking and eventually killing Mr. De Santiago. He fled the scene at that time, and that is the overview of the investigation of which we concluded. I'm not going to be able to get into motive or specific acts that took place other than the general statement of which I provided. I would like to, they were both charged with first-degree murder. There's different, the reason for multiple charges are due to their actions at the scene and to provide the State's Attorney's Office, which I will allow them, Mr. Hain with the Madison County State's Attorney, Tom Hain, provide any additional with regards to charging in this particular instance.
Sir, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Lawyers, but first up, can you spell your last name for me?
No problem. It is Koberna, and I'm a captain, chief of investigations here at the Sheriff's Office and Illinois Deputy Commander for Major Case.
You said you can't speak to motive, but is there a connection between the victim and these two suspects? Do they know each other?
They are acquaintances. To the best of our investigation shows there is knowledge of the individuals. The suspects in this case had general knowledge of our victim and also the individuals in the 3300 block of Princeton.
Was there anybody else that was being targeted inside that home where you mentioned other vehicles that were shot at?
I won't get into motive or actions that would be taking place as far as that goes, but there was an association knowledge that related to that particular area.
But nobody else was injured?
There were no other injuries, no. It's this act of senseless violence that continues that some of these young individuals we see over and over again taking matters into their own hands for whatever reasons, and they tend to don't realize or seem to lack what the repercussions are for those actions. So
Do either of those suspects have previous history with you guys? Do you know them?
they do have some history. Mr. Herrera has extensive history, and Mr. Campos has a minimal history. Thank you. State's Attorney?
Thank you. We are announcing today that my office today charged the following individuals with the murder of Miguel D. Villegas de Santiago, which happened around 2 p.m. on New Year's Day, as you know. Albert Campos, 18, of Collinsville, is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Those are on alternative theories. 2 counts of aggravated discharge of a firearm, also on alternative theories, and 1 count of reckless discharge of a firearm. His maximum punishment, as I can get into, is life due to the firearm enhancement available, and his bond is set at $3 million. Matias L. Herrera, 26, of Granite City, is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, also on alternative theories, and due also to a lower firearm enhancement available. In his case, his maximum punishment is 75 years in prison, and his bond is set at $2 million. As Captain Koberna said, we believe the facts at trial will show that Herrera was the driver and that Campos was the shooter, and that although the community should know that this was not an act of random violence, due to the sensitive nature of what is an ongoing investigation, we cannot go into the specifics. The investigation is simply ongoing. Mainly our prayers continue today for the victim's family. The victim was only 18. His life was taken from him violently, and that's a truly terrible thing. It shouldn't happen in any community. The fact that it happened in our community is terrible, and now it's up to us to pursue justice, and so we will do so. A special thanks to the Madison County Sheriff's Department, the Major Case Squad of St. Louis, which did its typical excellent job, Collinsville Police, and our Violent Crimes Unit Prosecutor Ryan Kemper, who was on this from the get-go and had a very busy New Year's as a result. I'm open for any questions if you'd like. Thank you for coming.
Captain, I did just have one of the follow-up questions for you. Obviously, there was another double homicide on Sunday in Collinsville. How unusual is that to have 3 violent acts like this in the Collinsville area here in Madison County?
It is unusual. I would defer any information with regards to that case to the Collinsville Police Department, as they are the active investigating agency and still actively investigating that particular incident.
And just to help our viewers understand, the reason that Major Case Squad was called into this one and you guys are in Madison County because it was in that unincorporated area? Is that
No, the reason Major Case Squad was activated is because with Major Case Squad, there needs to be an incident that happens where we have an unknown perpetrator in the particular action, and as a result of that, that allows us to activate the Major Case Squad of Greater St. Louis in order to further investigation and provide us additional resources.
how vital is that assistance from the Major Case Squad in cases like
This
this?
is, it becomes a force multiplier in these particular cases and allows us to bring rapid resolution. In this case, we're activated on January 1st, 2022. And as the sheriff said, the men and women behind me of the Major Case Squad worked tirelessly, and within the first 14 hours, we had those subjects in custody. So that was due to their dedication, and also then we further worked the case, and we still are currently working that case. But it allows for a force multiplier or a saturation for a homicide investigation to bring these to a swift and rapid conclusion.
So are you saying that two incidents in Collinsville have no relationship?
We have no relationship to the incident. Our investigation shows no relationship to the homicide that happened, or the investigation in Collinsville.
So is there no threat at this time to anyone, even though they're unrelated? It's a lot of violence.
Sure. There is no active threat to the community as a result of these two, or this investigation. We have held our individuals accountable, and they will pursue swift justice, yes.
You said that your department knows that there's criminal activity regarding these two suspects who are now arrested. Are they involved in any sort of anything you can give to that, games or a specific type of crime they're related to?
I would just defer to whatever their historical charges are documented. I don't have those in front of me to thoroughly discuss them, but I do know that we have had contact with those individuals, and they have been charged previously.
Do you know if the gun that was used was legal or?
I'm not going to be able to discuss facts with regards to evidence in this particular case, unfortunately.
And the car that they were driving?
We have successfully recovered, and it is part of the investigation.
Was it stolen?
No.
And the suspects, are they in the Madison County Jail?
They are. They're currently detained at Madison County Jail under the $3 million and $2 million bonds appropriately. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have digital copies of them?
We do. I can email them to you. You got a business card, or and I will also send them out. They'll also be posted on Twitter on the Major Case Squad, but I'll